What's up guys, Sinapse here, and as you can probably tell, I am absolutely drenched in sweat. I'm totally disgusting. I just got back from the gym, but I wanted to make a quick video to make this very important point, alright? A lot of guys have this idea that you have to be perfectly manicured, perfect clothes, very clean and well groomed, and smell nice and everything, and yes, that is true. It does help to be all those things. But, and this is the important but, if you aren't perfect in your perfect state, for example, me right now, you still can open women, and it will often work far better than you might have even imagined. Far better than even if you had taken the time to get perfectly ready and then go approach, because for some reason, when you're not at your best, when you're sweaty, when you're in your not great clothes, when you got holes in your shirt or whatever, your shorts or pants, when you got stinky clothes on, when you're not shaved, when you're just out of sorts, when you're sick, whatever, you're sneezing, if you just buckle down and make that approach anyway, a lot of times it will have a really good effect because the girl senses that you just don't give a fuck, right? Most guys wait until they're at their perfect Friday night, they get their cologne, they get their freshly ironed shirt, they get their nice hairdo, they gel it perfectly in the mirror, whatever it is they're gonna do, they get perfect, right? And then they go approach. Well, if you can just go approach at your absolute worst, that takes a lot of balls, right? And if you just own it with honesty, it works really well. Now, I want to tell you a quick story before I go. One day, I had been messaging this girl back and forth for about 6 months, right? This is a stunningly hot girl. I was waiting for a long time to get her out. As I said, 6 months. She had canceled a bunch of times, and I really wanted to see her, right? Now, we had scheduled a date, but I figured she would just flake again, right? As, they often do. So I wasn't going to wait around for her. She sent me a text, she said, I'm going to be late off work, should we do it another day? I said, look, no worries, I'm going to be at that area, in that area, anyway, just hanging out, so when you get finished with work, just shoot me a call. And then I went to go to my kickboxing class and jiu-jitsu. I check my phone, maybe most of the way towards the end of the class, or at the very end of the class, and I see I've missed a call from her. And I'm like, oh shit, she's actually coming, right? So I call her up and she's like, oh, I'm here at the station. I'm like, oh, alright, I'm coming now, right? And keep in mind, I'm looking about like this, right? Now there's a shower in the gym, but I'm like, I don't even have time for that. I'm just gonna go. So I went to meet her for our date, dripping sweat, right? Now, of course, I toweled off as best as I could, so I was probably not dripping sweat, but still very clearly just not smelling nice from the gym, not at my best. But I went there, right? I went there anyway. And it was a great, beautiful date. We had a really nice time, and I ended up hooking up with that girl. Now, what would have happened if I had just made all these excuses up in my mind, if I had said, no, I'm too sweaty, I gotta cancel, right? And the same thing has happened countless times on my way home from the gym, on the walk home from the gym, or, when I'm like, on a Sunday, if I'm feeling really lazy and like hungover or something, I haven't shaved, and I'm like, let me just go to the convenience store to get some orange juice and breakfast or whatever. I go to the convenience store, on the way there I just see my perfect, a stunning girl just walking by, and I'm like, fuck, alright, well, I gotta just do it, right? Just gotta do it, right? Doesn't matter that I'm in flip-flops, ratty ass shorts, and like basically my underwear and not shaved. Just go do it anyway, because the honesty of your moment, the fact that you're just on your own, going about your day, you're not particularly trying to impress girls, it will have an added bonus effect that in some cases more than makes up for the fact that you're not at your best physical appearance, okay? So don't ever use anything as a reason not to approach, no matter if you're out of sorts, you're not looking at your best, you're dripping sweat like I am today. That's all I wanted to impress on you today. Have a nice one. I'm gonna go take a fucking shower.